Well, this is going by really quickly. It is now time for week 2 of the 2020 DCFL season. So as we take a look at the week 1 standings, as of course in the Eastern Conference, Indianapolis leads the division, Jacksonville number 2, Boston number 3, Philadelphia 4, Baltimore 5, and New York 6. And the Western Conference, Chicago leads, followed by Oakland, Mexico City, San Diego, Kansas City, and Seattle. And then we take a look at the week 2 schedule, as it'll start off with Mexico City at Baltimore, then San Diego at Indianapolis, and then the big one, Oakland at Jacksonville, the matchup between the two runner-ups for the championship last year. Then New York at Seattle, and then the other big one is Boston's at Chicago, the only two matchups with 1-0 teams, and then finally Philadelphia at Kansas City. So after the simulation, my Baltimore Charm beat Mexico City 34-17. And then the Indianapolis Rapid Stallions destroyed the San Diego Mean Green Machines 47-10 to no one's surprise. And then the Jacksonville Scouts off to a really good start this year, unlike last year. 2-0 as they destroyed Oakland 38-21. And then in the defensive struggle, the New York Gangsters just managed to beat the Seattle Tenyo 15-3. Oof. Seattle's only scored 3 points in the first 2 games. That's definitely not good. And then, of course, how about this? Chicago barely beating Boston 16-6. Nice start for Boston this year. And finally, for an upset, Philadelphia destroys Kansas City 28-12 as they improve to 1-1. So now we take a look at the updated standings. As we can see, Indianapolis is the leader in the Eastern Conference, followed by Jacksonville number 2 and Boston number 3. Nothing changed in that regard. Although runner-up would be Philadelphia, then Baltimore and New York still last. In the Western Conference, Chicago has the sole lead at the undefeated team, with Oakland number 2 and Mexico City number 3, followed by Seattle, San Diego, and Kansas City. So at the season end today, the playoff matchups will remain exactly the same, as we got 3 undefeated teams and 3 winless teams remaining. And now we take a look at the week 3 games, as you'll start off with a big one as Boston visits Baltimore, and then the huge one for the week as Indianapolis visits Jacksonville. Oh god, that's going to be crazy, as one of them is going to be 3-0 unless they both tie. And then it'll be New York at Philadelphia, so we're going to have possibly 4 teams in the Eastern Conference be 2-1. How about that for a strong start? Then the Western Conference divisional games will be Chicago at Kansas City, then Oakland and Mexico City. That'll be big. Whoever wins is going to have the second spot, or maybe number 1 spot, depending on what happens with Chicago in that conference. And finally, San Diego visits Seattle, with one of them going to finally get their first win of the year. And we're already 2 weeks in, so see you guys next time for week 3 of the 2020 DCFL season.